What's pop-a-locking, you beautiful, beautiful people? It's another episode of Vuvuzela Victory Challenge. It's a brand new week of the Vuvuzela Challenge. You guys had to wait a whole weekend to see the outcome. Do we finish top 3? Can we finish first? Or do we get knocked out of the Champions League completely? Find out in this episode. Hit the like button, hit subscribe, tell your parents, grandparents, lovers, and haters. Let's jump in the game. We're into the game, and we got to open up the log because we are currently 4 points behind leaders Leipzig and Dortmund with 4 games left to play. We take on Leipzig right now, which means we could go 1 point behind Leipzig if we win this. Having a look at Leipzig's last few games, they've got Hoffenheim, Arminia Bielefeld, and Mönchengladbach, which are some tricky games. I Hoffenheim are still fighting for that European spot. They're not that far off Leverkusen. Mönchengladbach and Bielefeld aren't that... they stay fighting for that survival spot, although, it's quite a big difference. I think they're fine. And then Borussia Dortmund, which is probably the wild card in this whole situation. They've got Bayern Munich, Kaiserslautern, HSV, and Hertha Berlin. Well, that's the poker final. So they've got those 3 games. They also have a Europa semi-final leg coming in between. They also play Wolfsburg, which is an interesting one, because Wolfsburg are fighting for that European spot. HSV are basically relegated, or in at least the playoff spot. Kaiserslautern are relegated. So it's going to be an interesting one for them. All we got to do is win our last 4 games. That is what we need to do. That is what we have to do. And in terms of for us to do that, we just need to beat RB Leipzig, Arminia Bielefeld, Mönchengladbach, and our final game of the season, which we're doing on the camera, is Werder Bremen. That's right. We've got 4 games today. We're going to do all 4 games, so we're not going to talk too much about the results and everything that happened. Just so you know, we beat HSV 1-0. We saw that. We saw Leverkusen. We beat Schalke 2-1. We then lost to Hoffenheim 1-0. We've got 4 games. We're going to go through them quickly as possible. Well, do not make this video 500 minutes long. So we're just doing highlights for all 4 games. We'll talk about every single game as it happens. This is the team that is starting against RB Leipzig. Slightly changed from the team that lost to Hoffenheim. Silva in goals. Aliou, Mausenberg, and Bars. Bars coming back from his suspension, so he replaces Fuller, who played in that role. Cesar comes back in the right-hand side. He was minor knock in that one. We had to play Schiller in that right-back position because True was also injured. Yeah, see, he's recovered as well. Kikidakis on the left-hand side. Been a bit of a disappointment. He started off hot, kind of faded away a little bit. Prince and Seizmensky in the midfield. Paez back on the right-hand side after he's serving his suspension. And then Darlin and Aguileta up front. Aguileta has been on 11-goal drought at the moment. Akani on a 6-game goal drought. So we desperately need at least one of them to score a goal for us. We're getting into the game. Let's take on RB Leipzig. This is a huge match. Win this and we go 1 point behind them. Lose this, and I don't think there's any reason to do the other 3 games, to be honest, because I don't think we'll catch up, but we'll see how it goes. We'll play it by ear. Let's take on Leipzig. Right, we're getting our first highlight coming in just after the 8-minute mark. Aliou takes a free kick short to Seizmensky, who tried to launch Paez through. Couldn't get to him, but they've given the ball away in a dangerous position. Paez takes the shot, and Diz makes the save. Of course, last time we played RB, we beat them 4-1 away from home. We're hoping to repeat that this game again at home with another 4-1. That would be absolutely fantastic, wouldn't it? We're getting our second highlight coming in. It's Hannah across to Silva. Alhanich, rather, not Hannah. Silva. There's Silva. We've got our goalkeeper, Silva, as well. This is Tabrati, finds Konio. Konio trying to bring in Aliou, gets dispossessed through the legs or something. Yamonde takes the chance, and that was close. I think Silva got a hand to that. And it is going to be a corner, which we won't see. There's going to be a corner for us, though. Coming in, Cesar going to the nippers. Hello! Just over the top. That's the first time we've seen him actually get close to the goal. Paez takes the header. Diaz makes an easy little save. The highlight started with that little header. D's going to go short. No, he's going to go long instead. I thought he was going to go short. I was hoping he would go short because we had two guys covering the short guys. The short players, rather. Cesar trying to make a tackle. He gets discombobulated, was what I wanted to say. Took a wicked deflection. I think that hit one of our players. It is going to be a corner for them. That's it. Well, halftime is here, and honestly, we have been absolutely pathetic in this match. Only 3 shots to RB's 11 shots. We need to do something a lot better. I'm going to shout at the players. We need to motivate them. All of them looking inspired. Some seemed very motivated. Hopefully it helps. They've taken off their injured player Nusa for an early sub. Hopefully we can fight back in the second half. And we've got a free kick near the edge of the box. Darlin has hit the bar before with a direct free kick. This time he gets a save out of the goalkeeper. That was agonizingly close. Great goalkeeping. Right, we're about 65 minutes in. I need to make some swaps. Nothing has happened from our side. Paez is playing absolutely terrible. Aren't coming there. Aguileta again not playing great. Gonna bring in Akani to try and break his mold. Prince is having a horrible game out there. Gomez come in there. The rest of the team, okay, Cesar also not playing. I don't have backup right back. We've got Schiller, who hasn't played great when we called upon him. You know what? I'll make those 3 swaps for now. We'll keep an eye on Cesar. We need to try something. Kikizakis with the throw-in deep in Leipzig half. Seismenki to Bars. I know I said earlier 4-1 would be absolutely great. I'm happy now with just a 1-0 at this point. Bars, we have not looked like we were going to score in this game, but at the moment Kikizakis goes to the back post. Daniel Arndt gets the goal. It's 2-0. It's a second goal of the game. 1-0 to us. Daniel Arndt. What a power substitution from the back post. The winger comes in there. We've replaced him as a striker to a winger, and he has done the duties. Look at that. Beautiful little cross in there. Good header. Solid stuff. Let's go. Let's absolutely go. That was brilliant. Gotta love it. And now we're on the attack again. Kikizakis moving forward. Seismenki tried to play it back to Kikizakis. Wasn't a great ball. Cesar will pick this up. I have just changed the role of Akani. Instead of playing as a channel forward, just play him as a center forward. Let him be out there on the last line instead of dropping a bit deep. Kikizakis, I'm hoping that will encourage some goal scoring. It's fallen for Darlin. Hits the bar. Arndt picks it up in the box. Trying to find Cesar. Back post. Seismenki can't get the header. And they will take it out on a quick counter attack. And Odrago finds Durdov. Okay, that's it, luckily. Breathe, breathe. We have 10 more minutes left to get in. Maybe a second goal would be absolutely great. We can feel a bit easier. Gomez picks it up after Seismenki's poor pass. And then Gomez's poor pass was even worse. And now it's put us again on the counter attack with Dalmonde running it forward for RB Leipzig. And a professional foul there from Aleu just to pull him down in a not so dangerous position. Smart defending. We'll take a yellow. He didn't even get a yellow for that. Moving the ball forward again. It's a deep ball, which we've given away again. Equi Fernandez looking for Silva. I was going to take off Cesar and Darlin because they're both looking extremely tired out there. Equi Fernandez trying to do something here. Alhanich rather. Takes the long range, and Silva, I mean, he could have held that. But it's fine. Right, we've making the swaps. So they haven't happened yet. Darlin is coming off for Inuge, and Cesar is coming off for Scheller. Is it Inuge? How do you... I don't actually know. I can't remember what his name is now. I think it's Inuge. Gomez slips through. Darlin is now through on goal. He's going to look to play it back for Kikizakis. It's fallen for Ahmed Akani. He's finally broken that goal drought. It's 2-0 with 4 minutes left to play of regular time. Let's go. Let's go. Let's make those swaps anyway. Yeah, we need to make those swaps. Fresh legs in those areas will be absolutely great. Darlin with the pass back to Kikizakis, who crosses inside. And Akani with an absolute pitch-perfect finish. That is what we love to see. That is exactly what we love to see. That's a goal. It's 2-0. Let's go, guys. Let's absolutely go. There we have it. The final whistle has gone. We've beaten RB Leipzig yet again 2-0. We've got to wait till 6:30 for the Wolfsburg-Dortmund game. It does mean, as it stands, we are 1 point behind Leipzig and Dortmund. Right, we're in for the Armania Bellenfield game. It is a big one. We've got a full-strength squad to pick from. We're not going to change it. The only change I'm doing, changing Aguileta to a centre forward instead of a channel forward. Looking back, most of his 10 goals have come through being a centre forward, not a channel forward. So we're going to switch back to that. Let's go to the game. Like the Leipzig game, we're giving you the highlights. We've got 2 more games after this one as well. We need to win it. Dortmund, by the way, lost their game, which means we are 1 point behind RB Leipzig, 1 point behind Dortmund. If they both draw, if they both lose, and we win, we go top of the table for the last 2 games. Here's to hope. And guys, sorry, I was not concentrating. 34 seconds in, we've gone 1-0 down. I was just staring at the screen, waiting for the highlight to end, and then I realized it wasn't going to end when they scored a goal. Because, you know, that kickoff highlight? Yeah. O'Brien brings it in, and somehow they've scored, and I'm in complete shock. I am in utter shock that they managed to score after 30 seconds. Not the ideal start, is it? Not the ideal start. We need to win this. We need to win this. We need to fight back now. There's a highlight moving on. Betty for them, playing it out from the back. O'Brien, who's helped them score that first goal. He was the architect in his movement there. Heim plays across to O'Brien, who's running past our players like it's nothing. Briscoe comes through one-on-one with Silva. It's 2-0. Oh my goodness. What are we seeing here? I don't even want to see that. I don't want to see that. That is absolutely horrible. There's another highlight straight away. Cesar. We need to bounce back with this. This is not us. How are we losing to a team that's fighting for relegation? They need to win this to try and stay above, and we've given the ball away again. Ferreira finds Briscoe on a hat-trick. Oh, Silva does a great save there, but what are we doing? What are we doing? Half-time, and we are not in this game at all. I'm making half-time subs. I don't do this often, but I'm sorry. Dylan is playing absolutely shocking. Inuge come in there. Paez has been shocking. Aren't come in there. We are making mass subs. This is not on. And Simensky also coming off. We're going to bring in Gomez to play that side. This is not on. They need to do better as well. That is horrible. 3 subs at half time. We are going for it. We need to go for it. We are being absolutely terrible. Are we going to have... Oh, no, we're not going to have our own kickoff highlight. We are going to give a highlight to them, though. Briscoe, their 2-time goal scorer, goes for the cross to the back post. Alew's height clears it. O'Brien took a deflection. It's over. The dream of winning the Bundesliga is over. We flew too close to the sun. It took a deflection off their own man, and they're giving it to O'Brien as a goal. I'm heartbroken. There's a kickoff highlight. It's not even worth it. Bars plays across to Kikidakis, and he gives it away. Of course he gives it away. If they score here, I'm just going to instant result this. I don't do that often. In fact, I don't do it at all. I don't think I've done it at all. I think I did it once in Wales where we lost 4-0. I think it was our home game. And I was just so cross. Yeah. Salihu comes in, takes a chance. Silva actually makes a save. I don't even know how we 3-0 down. Inuge finds Cesar. Brings it forward to Prince. Looking for options. Gets fouled. Keeps the ball though. Cesar. And he gets dispossessed. Salihu brings it forward for them. And Cesar wins it back nicely. There you go, Cesar. Come inside. Kate takes the shot, and Ulich makes a fantastic save for a throw-in. You know what? I'm just going to throw men forward now. That's what we're going to do. We're changing up the tactic. I don't think I have a 2-striker system. Okay. Let's change things up here. We are not going to go with wingers anymore. We are going to go straight down the middle. Arndt come up there. Inugay come up there. Boom. That is what we're doing. Is that wild? Abso-freaking-lutely, that is wild. But that is what we need to do. You're going to play as a channel forward. You are going to play as a center forward. You are going to play as attacking midfielder, and we're going to swap you and Gomez around. You guys play the same everywhere. Out of position. Arndt and Inugay can pop into that position like that. And is it Gomez up front? Yeah. Something like that. It's weird, but it needs to be done. We need to score goals. Team instructions, much narrow, much more direct. Just pile on the pressure. Take long shots. Let's just absolutely smash it. And then, you know what? We've got nothing to lose. Very attacking. Let's go. Well, that's the end of the game. The change in tactic didn't change much. Gave us a couple more shots. That's about it. But nothing too sinister to trouble them. Far from pleased with that. We've got 2 more games left. We can only hope that Borussia Dortmund and RB Leipzig lose their games and we stay in touching distance. Because that was horrible. We'll see you guys for the next game. Hopefully, we have a little bit of a better showing, I think. Guys, we're back for the Borussia Mönchengladbach match. They are safe so they're not playing for anything really. We are playing for a top spot finish. We are 2 points behind RB Leipzig. They drew their previous game. Borussia Dortmund lost to Bayern Munich, which does mean Munich are now just 2 points behind us. It also means Schalke are 6 points behind us. So a draw here will confirm at least a top 5 finish. A win could potentially see us going to top of the table if RB Leipzig lose their game and Borussia Dortmund lose their game. In terms of the starting lineup, we're only making one change, and that is Akani is coming in for Aguileta, who's been on really, really poor form. I'm going to just brush that off as just a bad game. I'm not going to say it was exceptionally good or whatever the case may be. I'm just going to say it was a bad game. We're going to move on. Same team. I have trust in this team. We have scored many goals in this team. So this is what we're going for. We need to win this. It is at home against Borussia Mönchengladbach. Let's get to the game. All right, this time I'm not going to miss the kickoff highlight, if there is one. In fact, Prince is going to launch it forward. We're not going to get that this time, but this is a huge match for us to win. We need to win it. We're going to keep a close eye. Is Borussia Dortmund playing the same time as us? RB are playing Arminia Bielefeld, who just beat us 3-0. So hopefully they can do us a favor and keep on that winning streak that they're on. They've given the ball away. Kikidakis finds Delin. He's going to bring it forward. Crosses into Akani, and a great last-ditch effort save from the defender. They haven't cleared the ball just yet. Cesar will find Paez, who's got Akani in the box as well, and that's going to be the highlight. But that is a bright, bright start. That is a bright start. Darlin will find possession here, finding Prince. Cross to Leyu. Finding Akani. Good ball through to Cesar. Nice little touch in. Akani couldn't turn and shoot, but he's going to have another chance. Cesar. Going to try and bring it in. Seizmensky. Cesar. Seizmensky. Cesar! He has scored a couple like that before. And that was almost in. Corner for us, Cesar. There's lots and lots of highlights in this game. A goal from one of these would be great. That is not going to be at this point because Bars' header just goes over the bars. Get it? It was terrible. The highlight's not anything though. 2D with the goal kick. We actually looked at signing in 2D as a possible first choice keeper. Oh, Akani hits the bar. He had open goal to hit from and he smashed it against the upright. Oh, that was a golden opportunity gone astray. We still have possession. Seizmensky looking for options. Goes over the top with a long range thing. Paez will keep it in play though. And he's found Cesar. He's found Prince. Took a deflection. Rojo will clear as far as Kikidakis. Prince gives it away. Malzenberger will clean this up. Is this how it's going to continue? Looks like it is. Aleyu looking beautiful ball for Seizmensky. He's going to try and cut in for Prince. Nicely done. Back to Seismensky. He's got some space now. He's laid it off for Darlin. His first touch was terrible. That should be the end of the highlight, right? No, it's going to continue. Are they going to make another mistake now? There's a lot of pressure piling on there. I did just see Leipzig scored a goal as well against Arminia Bielefeld. So we need to score this to keep the pressure on in going to the final game of the season. Long ball forward. This is through. He's one-on-one with the keeper. His first touch wasn't great. He's trying to pull it back for options. Tasky. Okoro. And his shot goes wide. All that for a shot that goes wide from Borussia Mönchengladbach. Free kick to us. Darlin is going to take it. I'm guessing he's not going direct because he's... Oh, he is. It was on his wrong side, but almost caused the goal there from Darlin. Silva with the goal kick. We have been all over them. Leipzig just scored a second, so we desperately need to score a goal now. We need to keep that 2-point deficit at least. Going into the final game of the season. Paez. Good ball through. Akani's breaking through the defense. Takes the shot and he blasts it well wide. I mean, Akani, you got to hit the target if you're gonna have those breakaways. You got to hit the target. Instantly another highlight. Seismensky gives the ball away, but Aleyu will header it forward. Cesar beautifully controlled. Prince back to Mausenberger. Bars finds Kikidakis. Good ball in for Seismensky. He's got options in the box, tons of them. Looking for one of them. Finds Prince on the back post. Gabriel Prince with his 4th goal of the season. Beautiful finish. Seismensky with a pinpoint cross. Not sure how none of the defenders managed to get to this, because Prince was heavily marked. There were 2 defenders on him. Somehow he missed the header. Rocco couldn't get the touch in there. Doesn't matter. We've taken the lead just before halftime. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And now we've got another chance to try and make it 2-0 before halftime with Bars creating up from the back. Prince finding Darlin with tons of space. Picking up Cesar. He's going to try and bring it into the box. He brings it into the box, looking for options. Low cross in there for Akani. Rocco will clear this time. Pays Seismensky! Pavel Seismensky with his 9th goal of the season. Both our midfielders getting in on the action now. That's 2-0. That is what we love to see. Look at this. Cesar was smart here. Played it off to Paez. Tapped it back for Seismensky. Set it up. Left foot strike. A 2D couldn't touch that. It's 2-0. Let's go. Corner for us. 50 minutes in. Paez with the corner. Find to Aleu. That goal is coming. That goal is coming from our 2-meter tall man. One of these days he's got to score that header. 2D is looking to play it long. Can't find one of his own men. Bars won that header and now he's starting a counter. With Prince finding Cesar out on that wing with tons of space. Lays it up for Paez. He's got Akani in the box. Back to Cesar. Back to Prince. You give Gabriel Prince that space. Gabriel Prince will damage you. What a strike from Prince there. And that was all Cesar and Paez. Look at this. Akani playing off the last defender. Drew that defender in. Look at the space Prince has. He doesn't need 2 chances of that. Just smash it in the back of the net. Prince scores. It's 3-0. We can make some subs now, and we're going to. Akani not playing great. Aguileta, try and get off that goal drought, son. You need to get off that goal drought. And then just players that are looking a little bit tight. Kikidakis on a yellow makes me a little bit nervous. Espinosa come in there. You know what? Mausenberger not playing great. We'll give Hollett a run just to give him some minutes. And you know what, Seismensky, you've played well. I want to give Cal as much minutes as possible, so he will come in on that left-hand side. I think we're doing okay. They've had 1 shot on target this entire game. We have been absolutely dominating. Unfortunately, Arminia Bielefeld are still losing 2-0, so there's that. Hollett for us, taking it at the back. Silva looking for options, goes wide to Cesar. Going to launch it forward for Paez, who's got some space. Paez running it forward past the defender, or trying to get past the defender, at least can't. But he finds Cesar in some space there. Aleu, Prince, Cesar! He's like, if Prince can score goals like that, so can I. Trying to get in on the action. Here we go. Paez with the corner now. Looking for options. Goes to the near post. Aleu! Oh! Haul it on that back post as well. Couldn't keep it down. Oh, Aleo is getting close. Aleo is getting close. All right, about a minute left of normal time with 3 minutes of stoppages. Espinosa now has the game is pretty much done and dusted. It'd be nice if we can score a fourth, really help the goal difference a little bit. Prince. We do actually have the best defense in the league. Conceded the least amount of goals. Kendry Paez, though, adding another one to our goal-scoring tally. I was going to say we've got the best defense, having conceded the least amount of goals this season. We have, unfortunately, out of the top 6, scored the least as well. Although this 4-0 drumming might help that cause just a little bit. We haven't scored much. Paez clearly on side, but it looks like someone here picked up a knock. Who's that? Cull. Cull has gone down injured. He just came back from injury. You know what? You can see out the game. All right, there we go. 4-0 victory. Absolutely fantastic. RB Leipzig in the end 1-2-0. We've got to wait for Borussia Dortmund to see what happens in that game. We've got the final game of the season. We're taking on Wolfsburg, I think it is, or Venneberg. One of the green teams in the final game. I think it's for Werder Bremen. Let me double check who we're taking on. It is Werder Bremen. All right, we're taking on Werder Bremen in the final game of the season. We'll be back for that game. We have officially qualified, by the way, for the Champions League next season. Not through a playoff, but rather through automatic league promotion. There we go. Into the league phase already. We won't go into 4th place. We are now clear of 4th place. The lowest we can possibly finish is 3rd. 58, 59, 61. No, we can still finish 4th. Ooh, I didn't realize. I thought Bayern had played the extra game in hand. All right, we'll wait. We're in Champions League at least, though. That is guaranteed. So that's good. We'll see you guys for the final game of the season. Right, guys, we are back for the final game of the season. It is a away game to Werder Bremen. It is huge for us. Darlin will not be part of this game. He is injured, which means Inugay will have to come in there. Cull is also injured in this one, which means not great. But anyway, we're going to have to fight back. I'm going to go with Aguileta up front over Connie. Connie's misses last game were absolutely atrocious. We need to win this game. It is a huge game for us. We will be keeping an eye out on Borussia Dortmund HSV as well. We're hoping for an HSV. Well, I suppose HSV, if we win and they draw, it's fine. So Borussia Dortmund the draw. RB Leipzig and Borussia Mönchengladbach. We need RB to win, to lose that game. A draw will not help us. If we draw, we've got to score. What is it? Where are we? The log's a bit weird there. We need to score 6-goal swing. So we need to win by 7 goals in order for us to go ahead if RB draw. So that is not ideal. We need to win this. We are taking on Werder Bremen, who are... I want to actually just check that quickly. Werder Bremen are basically playing for 8th place at this moment. If they lose, they could drop all the way down to 11th. So they're playing for something. They're playing for money. We're playing for pride. We're playing for the title, guys. We're playing for the title. Let's go. Let's absolutely go. I'm pumped. I'm feeling pumped, man. We can do this. Woo! And here we go. Kickoff at Werder Bremen. This is the final game of the season. Final game of the video. We need to win this. We're keeping an eye out on Borussia Dortmund HSV as well as RB game. We need them both to lose. Dortmund can draw 4 like here. I don't care about Dortmund. We need them to drop points. RB need to lose. We need to score first, though. That's the main priorities. We need to win this game. So we'll only start worrying about those games once we're in the lead. But we're not looking good to go in the lead. Villayona. Is this going to be another Benfield repeat? How did they get through here? Lau comes in. Chips it across to Villayona. That's a good finish. Well, they've got a corner now. And the big question is, they score another so early on. Do we need to find an away tactic? I think we're going to need to find an away tactic for the next season. Pania scores. I need to make some adjustments. This is not good. This is not good. We're going to make a change in the team already. The three-man defense is not working for away. Give me a moment. Right, so it's kind of the same. It's what we used to use. Playing with a DM and two defenders. I know it's a little bit more aggressive, but I feel like we need to be a little bit more aggressive. So basically, Malsberg is going to play as a DM centre-back. He's going to drop back. These guys are going to play as attacking midfielders rather than channel midfielders. He's going to be a channel striker, so they're all basically in the same. The rest play the same. Hopefully that changes some things a little bit. Let's see. They've got a free kick 3 minutes later. Deep in our half. Taking his time. Aleyu will clear it. Not as far as it should have gone low. Try and take the shot. Cesar will just launch it anyway. Will do. Didi will bring it back for them. Thiel brings it back. We're trying to regain our shape a little bit. Players are moving out of position. It's fine. We didn't concede. Kimpembe finds Falcao. Villayona gives it away. Prince picks it up nicely. Aloha. You can see as soon as we get the ball, Malsberger steps up a little bit. Paez crosses over to Inagay. Inagay goes looking for options. Not the best ball, but Kikidakis saves it. Szymanski almost hit the back of the net, and this is more positive. This is what we like to see. Step up against the opposition away from home. Maybe that's the way to go. Throw in for Werner Berman. Falcao to low. Finds Kimpembe. Thiela. Low. Jasnitsky. Albors. Pena. Didi. Takes the chance. It's 3-0. Definitely need to find a proper away tactic. He got through way too easy there. There's a kickoff highlight. I'm going to encourage the team. Even if we score from this kickoff highlight, we're still going to encourage. We need to do something. That's a good ball in for Paez. 1-on-1. We've pulled one back. Right. That goal was for nothing, basically. Paez getting on the score sheet eventually. It's been a while. We don't even bother seeing it. There's another kickoff highlight. Oh, no. This is the highlight. It was weird. I clicked skip highlight because I didn't really want to see it. But we need to fight back. As it stands, though, Werder Berman are beating us. Borussia Dortmund are beating HSV. I can't see the Leipzig game here. Didn't come up there. Cesar. I suppose it doesn't matter if we 3-1 down. Szymanski. Paez. Good ball through for Cesar. Look at the space Cesar has. 1-on-1. And keeper makes a great save there to get a corner. Where's RB? RB not playing at this time. There they are. They're drawing at the moment. So, I mean, as it stands, with them drawing and Borussia Dortmund winning, it means the Borussia Dortmund on top of the table as it stands. We go down to third because Bayern Munich are drawing their game as well. We need to win, guys. And we need to win desperately. They've made a swap at halftime. We are continuing. We've been the better team since the tactical change, really. Despite them scoring a goal since the tactical change. But we have been the better team. We just need to do better and actually finish our chances that we've had. Jasnitsky for them. Albors. Pania. Not a great ball from them. Kikidakis almost gave it away. Inagay will try and win that back. But he gets now through. And Inagay has opportunities. Got Aguleta in the box. Couldn't find him, but he finds Paez on the back post. Prince! Paez! Yes! That's what we need. Now we're back in it. Paez with his second of the game. 3-2. This is how you respond. Inagay tried to find Paez. His initial touch back to Prince was a great block from the defender. And then we absolutely finished it. Falcao couldn't do the rest. Paez picks it up. Pick up the ball. Go starts again. Let's score one more. Let's do it. Paez with the corner. Free kick, rather. Inagay. Paez finds Cesar. Aliu. Back to Paez. Takes a chance. Hits the crossbar. Inagay. Couldn't get the shot in. Aguileta. Bars. Back to Aguileta. Back to Bars. Back to Aguileta. Good ball through for Bars. Can't keep it in play. We're making some swaps. Inage hasn't played great. I don't really have many left options. I'm going to go with Arndt, and then I'm going to put Paez on the left, Arndt on the right. Aguileta hasn't played great, but I'm going to keep him on. Kizakis hasn't played great either. Espinosa come in there. Cesar hasn't played great either, but I'm not going to bring on Schiller. I think I'm just going to make those two swaps for now. Samensky can do better. We're hoping for a little better performance from Samensky. Give him another 10 minutes or so. Right, so the idea of winning the league is completely out the window. Borussia Dortmund are 5-1 up. RB Leipzig are 1-0 up. FC Bayern Munich and Eintracht Frankfurt are still 0-0, which means as it stands, we are still currently third. Eintracht just scored, which means we are now in third position. Aguileta come off, Akani come on there. Samensky has improved a little bit, but Cesar is looking so desperately broken. So is Paez. You know what? Samensky come off for Gomez. And you know what? I have to do it. Paez is doing. He's on a hat trick, though. I've got to keep him on. We need a goal just to cement it. Even though Eintracht are beating FC Bayern Munich, which means we are going to stay third. The fact that Leipzig and Dortmund are both winning, there's no way we can win the league now. But there's 1 minute left to play. Akani to Arndt. I kind of want to end this off with a draw. Would it be great? It would mark a really great comeback. And also possibly have us a very good away tactic that we can use going forward. Espinosa finding Paez with some space. He's got Akani in the box with him. Paez looking for the hat-trick. Kendry Paez has done it all himself. He's put us back into this game. Kendry Paez, the man, the myth, the legend, the former Chelsea-bought wonder kid, has stepped up for FC Union Berlin and booked our place in the Champions League. That is how you do it. That is how you mark a beautiful comeback. It's not over yet. There's still about 2.5 minutes left. And they are on attack from a throw-in deep in our half. Mausberger smashes it. Any way will do. They've given the ball to Kani. Should have maybe just chested that down. You had so much time and space. Shemisev, Lau for them. Is there time for some very late drama? Didi is through on goal, and somehow he didn't finish that. He was offside in the end. But that would have been some hectic late drama for us. Doesn't matter. We are going to take third spot. Like I said, in the end, it didn't really matter. Borussia Dortmund won 6-1. That wasn't enough because RB Leipzig won 2-0, which means Leipzig win the Bundesliga. Dortmund comes second. We come third. We have come third. Can you believe a team that was booked for a possible relegation battle? We have somehow, and I don't know how, my chair's going all funny. We have done it. We have done the unimaginable. Our first time at asking, and we're into the Champions League. Let's go. Let's absolutely go. Champions League football. We get 43.44 million. Our bank balance has beautifully risen to 31 million. We had a lot of debt going into this. We started paying off some of our debts, projects, and stuff like that. You can just check the expenditures. Yeah, we're paying a lot of money. We've managed to get that money back with 44 million. Transfer budget next season, 51.39 million. 75,000 in the wage budget, 2.23 million in scout budgeting. We've got some rebuilding to do because we got to build a Champions League team for next season. Oh, Paez. What a legend. What an absolute legend Paez is. Man, this guy didn't have the greatest of seasons, but he stepped up when it mattered. The 30-year-old Kendry Paez, former of Chelsea. We picked him up on a free transfer back in 2032. And he has just been a shining beacon in our team. What a signing, actually. You know what? We're not selling him. I was thinking of maybe, cashing on the 30 million. I'm not going to do that. Right. That's the end of the season. What a dramatic end to the season. I mean, there was chances where we could have won the league. I mean, that Bannenfield match and the Hoffenheim match do come into question. we had won those two, what could have happened? What could have happened? Doesn't matter. We've got Champions League football. We've got a transfer special coming up next episode. We need to buy some players and build up a Champions League squad. What a dramatic end to the season. I never expected a top three. I'll be honest with you guys. Going into the season, I was thinking top half of the table. If we can scratch into Europa Conference or Europa League, 5th or 6th, I would have been happy. The fact that we finished 3rd in our first season in the Bundesliga with a team that, I'll be honest, is a team for the future. I didn't really build for a team right now. And that only bodes very, very well because we've got 50 million to spend next episode in the transfer special. You guys stay tuned for that. It's coming up next episode. Your boy, the Vaslap, is out of it. I'm talking too much. Peace, chicken grease. We'll see you next time.